Yo, what up, guys? Just sitting here enjoying some cold brew and talking about the Kelvin Gastelum controversy in his fight. Because obviously, I think it's safe to say that for once we've actually seen a guy win a fight, but get under a lot of scrutiny and lose a lot of respect by the MMA community. And, you know, I think the one time I could actually agree with Dana White, though, is how many people, just jump on the weight loss train and still make weight, even with a week. And it just kind of seemed like the way Calvin was fighting, he seemed more switched on than normal. So it's safe to assume that he really wasn't planning on making the 170 weight. And to me, it's almost like, from my personal opinion, if you're trying really hard to make 170 or you're relentlessly fighting to make that weight, you're going to weigh close to somewhere around 170. Being at 185, though, and here's the thing. Moving forward, is I really think Kelvin Gastelum should go back to fighting at 185. Even if he wants to fight guys who are at welterweight guys could just not cut weight as well and then move up and then fight him on fair ground. That's what I'm thinking. Just because I really feel like D-Rod was trying to do the whole thing, cut the weight, make it back. And you could tell that he was fighting like someone who would cut weight. He still got some good shots on Gastelum, but you could tell he wasn't as dialed in or max capacity as Kelvin Gastelum just appeared to be. So for all the people who are online posting that, how does this go down? Like, how does Gastelum have that good of cardio? How does he have that awesome striking? It was almost like looking at Gastelum when he was in the days of title contention. Like, remember the good old days when him versus Israel Adesanya for the interim middleweight championship? I think that was like prime Kelvin Gastelum. And he was still able to give Israel Adesanya the hardest fight he's ever had before Alex Pereira came on. I remember before Alex Pereira and when Izzy was that dominant champion, who was the one guy that came closest to showing up Israel Adesanya? It was Kelvin Gastelum. That was a war. And whether you like Izzy or not, he definitely is pound for pound one of the best guys, even though he's just technically a decision machine. So I really feel like Kelvin Gastelum, despite being a little on the smaller side for a middleweight, he's more box-shaped, more on like the box side, right? Not really a tall, shredded middleweight, but he would be better off at 185 without cutting all that weight. Because, when you're at 185 and you're KOing Michael Bisping like he's nothing, you could tell that's where you need to be, dude. And I'm going to be honest, at this point, I really think, in my opinion, Kelvin Gastelum owes Daniel Rodriguez a rematch. I really think that they should just agree to fight at 185, no weight cutting or a catch weight or something like that, just because I want to see like no shadow of a doubt for D-Rod, because D-Rod applied himself. Daniel Rodriguez, although he's not like the most talented fighter on the roster, he's not really in the championship stratosphere. He's fought some names. Li Jinjiang. He's fought Kevin Lee. To me, it just seems like, although we're not going to see him on a main event and a pay-per-view anytime soon, he's a guy who goes in, does the work, and applies himself, and he's not lazy. And rightfully so, I'm seeing D-Rod get more respect and congratulations after losing a fight. So I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not just trying to say things for clickbait purposes. But I think they should run it back, because I want to see D-Rod at full capacity versus Kelvin Gastelum at full capacity. Not D-Rod at questionable capacity, where Kelvin Gastelum was definitely at full capacity. But I really think that's how you're going to really right the wrong. And then after that, Gastelum, the rest of the fights on his career, just fight at 185 and have people come meet you at your weight. Just so we avoid this, because I want to root for you. And when you get your hand raised, I just don't want to see controversy attached to it. It's just not good when you want to root in someone's corner, because I really did have Kelvin Gastelum winning that fight when you remove all of the weight cutting issues and everything like that. I think I would have chosen Gastelum to beat D-Rod overall. But yeah, I still think the rematch should happen. But that's just my thoughts. I'll see you guys on the next one. That was the stone I left unturned on the Saudi Arabia card, and it was obviously the one that kind of drummed up the most controversy, and I do got to go the controversial route every now and again just because people like it. But peace out.